Hyundai is going heavy into the EV front, and it's making some of the best electric options in the game right now. Case in point, the all-new Hyundai Ioniq 6, which recently saw its official EPA estimated driving range land at a whopping 361 miles. The Ioniq 6 is sleek, charges up quickly, delivers good power, and has great range, and it lands at your local dealer sometime this spring. Before it gets there, let's try and figure out which one might be right for you. So we can't take a deep dive into exactly how these trims will break down, but we do have a good idea of how it all should shake out, and more importantly, we know the different power and driving range breakdowns based on how you spec the car. When it comes to market, the Ioniq 6 will be offered with one battery pack size to start. It's a 77.4 kilowatt hour pack powering an 800 volt system with either a singular motor at the back or a dual motor setup with one at each axle. It can also handle 400 volt charging as well. The Ioniq 6 comes available in one of three trims. You have the SE, SEL, and Limited. The SE trim is dubbed the long range variant because a standard range model is planned to show up later on down the road. For now, the starting point is the Ioniq 6 SE rear wheel drive long range. It wears 18-inch wheels wrapped with 225 series tires. The wheels have a nice aero-focused pattern to them and help contribute to the amazing title-grabbing range figure. This is the model that's rated to deliver up to 361 miles of driving range on a full charge. If you swap to the dual motor all-wheel drive version of the SE, the range is still impressive at 316 miles, but the power also rises. While the single motor rear-wheel drive Ioniq 6 is good for 225 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque, the all-wheel drive dual motor setup is good for 320 horsepower and 446 pound-feet of torque. The SE model has heated side mirrors, power adjustability on the driver's seat, flush door handles, acoustic glass on the front windshield, stain-resistant cloth seats, and heated front seats. All models get the 12.3-inch color touchscreen, while Android Auto and Apple CarPlay are standard as well, though those are only available with a wired connection. Jump on up to the SEL, and the 18-inch wheels are swapped out for a nicely designed set of 20-inch wheels. The tires jump to 245 section width rubber. Range for the SEL rear-wheel drive is 305 miles, while the SEL all-wheel drive is 270 miles. And 270 is the lowest range offered for the Ioniq 6 at the moment, which is pretty darn good for a base level. On the inside, the SEL adds in Qi wireless charging, an auto up-down window for the passenger, as the SE already had it for the driver, an auto-dimming rear mirror, speed-sensitive ambient lighting, and Hyundai's Digital Key 2.0. That last bit allows you to operate the car without the physical key present, and you can share that digital key with others as needed. Finally, the top spec model is the Ioniq 6 Limited. It has the same range figures as the SEL and the same powertrain choices. Here though, the Ioniq 6 Limited adds in power folding side mirrors, gloss black exterior trim, rain sensing wipers, a sunroof, 8-way power adjustability for the passenger seat, ventilated front seats, and your audio system jumps from a 6-speaker setup to the Bose premium audio system with 8 speakers. Oh, and if your hands are cold, the steering wheel is now heated too. Finally, if you want to do the fancy remote smart pack like in the commercials, you need the Limited trim. So, which one should you buy here? All versions come very nicely equipped, to be honest. And if you're hyper-focused on range, there's no question you'll want the Ioniq 6 SE rear-wheel drive long range. Otherwise, depending on how large the price jump winds up being, the SEL trim has tons to offer, and the only major miss for me personally would be the upgraded stereo system, but it's not like Bose brings the heat anyway. So, I'd say the SEL will be pretty darn perfect for most people. Hyundai hasn't announced pricing just yet, but I'd expect the SE models to start in the mid $40,000 range. The SEL should land in the upper $40,000 range or just touch $50,000, and the Limited will be in the low to mid $50,000 range. That's under the assumption that the price will be similar to the Ioniq 5 with just a few more bucks on the bottom line to start. Hopefully, I won't have to redo this down the road if Hyundai comes out way over what I had just assumed for pricing. And it would be amazing if it came in under what I said. But that pretty much never happens these days, right?